What's up, everybody? This is Talkative Carl. Uh, just making a quick video. Just got back a little while ago from C2E2, just like a one-day pass thing. So I just want to let you guys know what I did and what I got this year. Had to budget myself, which I probably have to make sure like I do every year, not just this year, because I don't get caught up with overspending and just a bit of uh, penny for your thoughts. If you go into a con, or even like no matter how small or large of a con, it's best to not only set a budget for yourself, but let's say at least I don't know. Let's say you don't want to spend no more than $200. Then withdraw from your account directly from your bank. No, probably not a good idea to go to an ATM because you always got that little $3 cash withdrawal situation, whatever. Go directly to your bank, withdraw $200. Have them break it up into like small bills, and that is your spending budget for the con. Also, not a good idea to go eat at a con because usually the food there, kind of the hot food at least, is probably kind of greasy. And yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I probably should have stopped for some ice cream. It was hot as balls today. I kind of wanted some ice cream. I might after this make a quick run to like the corner store and pick up like some ice cream. Maybe, I don't know, because like I need like a frozen dairy treat right now. But anyway, I first things first, because I know those kind of lines get crazy. I actually went to my first. Well, I wouldn't say my first. I mean, like I did go to. It was like last year, I think, or either last year or 2019. I can't remember which one, but like I met the Red Time Force Ranger, Jason Faust, and that was technically my first autograph signing thing. I misquoted with a guy that I waited in line today, saying that was my first thing. I completely forgot about the Red Power Ranger signing, but I went in line today to meet Steve Bloom, one of my favorite voice actors, and got myself like a picture with him, which you can check on my, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, which the links are, in my various videos. Twitter, at Talkative Carl, you can see like my picture with Steve Bloom. But I got like an autographed picture because I said many times Wolverine is in my top 5 favorite heroes of all time. So he signed this for me. Carl, you're the best. You're the best there is at what you do, bub. Made my day. Like Wolverine knows my name. God, if Tara Strong was there, I'll be kind of pissed because like she's my second favorite voice actor. Well, I don't want to say second favorite. It's like top female voice actor, and Steve Bloom's probably my top male voice actor. But because if she was there, it'd be probably crazy expensive, but she'll be worth every freaking penny. I love Tara Strong, and like I kind of wish she was there so I can show her like my because I had to kind of, like I mentioned, like my DIY, my Harley Quinn outfit, and show all this, and it's like I'm pretty sure she would have loved it. But yeah, I went to see like the Channel Awesome Crew, which I do almost like every year, at least the past few years. Got a chat, talk about like the Predator movie Prey, which I saw last night. Eventually I'll do like a movie review of it, but like I probably want to stick to like the good Predator films, like the first one, the second one, Predators when they on that alien preserve thing, and Prey. Uh, Alien versus Predator, the first one is kind of like, depending on the time of day that you're feeling, that you might feel inclined to like say like it was all right. I mean, it's not like the worst movie you ever seen, but it's just like it it's dealer's choice whether or not you want to put it on the list of like a Predator film. But aside from that, like Prey, Predators, Predator 1 and 2 is like the only good Predator movies. If you want to get somebody into Predators, stick with those. Just FYI. I got, first things first, an Ichigo. I think I already got like another Ichigo poster, but this one is special because you see how dope that is. There are like several of these like a particular booth, but you know lots of them are cool. There's some like Sasuke. There's a Sasuke, whereas like he goes from like Sasuke to Madara and Itachi, which is fine. But this one kind of blew me away more. But there, excuse me. Then there's also like there was also one with One Piece. There was a lot of One Piece stuff going on today because like the anime is returning or something like that. But there was a poster like this where it's just from Luffy, Sabo, and Ace. But Ichigo is the one that caught my eye the more. Oh, I got a chance to tell Steve Bloom like, oh yeah, like I took voice acting classes and like told him like the backstory and all that and stuff like that. And I told him like how like part of me regrets that I didn't have this kind of epiphany about it until like back in 2019, and I kind of wish I had that kind of thought back when I was in high school. But he tells me like don't trip about it because like I didn't get into this job until like I was 40. So just you keep doing that and stuff like that. It's like God, that meant the world to me. Just like I don't know, just get like that kind of encouragement from when you're idols. I got this because if you watch Death Battle, they had a video with Jinx versus Harley Quinn, and I took if you follow me on my Instagram and Twitter page, you know that how much I like Jinx and like yeah. But anyway, like. I guess, well, yeah, I know where I was going with this. I took a bunch of pictures with, I took a picture with a woman who's dressed as Jinx, but after that, I saw at least a couple of more women at the con dressed as Jinx. So it was like, it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Had to get Jinx. I love Jinx. She's like, Jinx is my Netflix profile. That's how much I love her. Got myself a Zatanna. We need more Zatanna out there, you guys. You saturating the market with like just the same old characters from DC. I know, like recently, like the Batgirl movie got axed, and DC's in this whole mess. It's just like you already got like new head honchos, and they're like axing the Batgirl movie because they think like, oh, hey, like the test screenings didn't do so well, but whatever. It's just like, man, y'all is like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, man. But Zatanna, at the very least, have like a TV show, because after Constantine, you would think she should be right next. She should be up next because she is like fantastic. I love Zatanna. I need to do a comic book review for Zatanna to really, because she, the first, well, the first appearance, the first time I was introduced to Zatanna was in the Batman anime series. She had like a cameo in that because her father taught Bruce about, disappearing and like, escape artistry. But the first live action Zatanna was in like a Smallville episode, you know, at least a year maybe after uh, they introduced Lois Lane, I think. I think. Okay. Uh, got. I really wanted like a Yu-Gi-Oh poster. The first one when I got there, the first one that caught my eye had like a collage of Yugi and uh uh a lot of his iconic cards. But the lady's telling me it was like $60 per like thing, like $60. Are you joking? And like luckily I decided against it and walked around until like I found like somebody got the had one, because especially after this year when the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away, you would think we flooding cons with a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And I was looking for a couple more pop figures for Yu-Gi-Oh, but there was only My Valentine, which I'm not upset about. It's like you just have My Valentine. Every stand with pop figures only had My Valentine, and it's like it was kind of odd. I was like, it was weird. Keep bumping the mic. Speaking of Steve Bloom, Sub-Zero. And I love Sub-Zero. Like I like Liu Kang too, but like Sub-Zero, like I know a lot of people love Scorpion more, but Sub-Zero is my guy. Like the first, like at least him and Liu Kang. When I first touched a Mortal Kombat game back when I was little, I love Sub-Zero. The Ice Slide and Freezing Field, that got me. And it's like, of course, Steve Bloom voiced Sub-Zero for the past couple of no, since like Mortal Kombat 9, he been voicing Sub-Zero. So yeah. And Sailor Mercury. I've been it was like one of my white whales of posters. As a matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, I need to get some pop figures for the Sailor Scouts. That's what I should do. I should put on like a list, like put the Sailor Scouts on the list is to have like all the Sailor Mercury, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, and so on. But yeah, oh my god! And these last three posters I just showed you came from the same vendor, so it's like I just now realized like wow, this all these just blues, hella blues. But like as I mentioned, probably every once in a while, because growing up, like the very first anime that I didn't even know was called anime, the first one that caught my eye when I was a little kid was Sailor Moon. And when I first saw Sailor Mercury, I was enamored. That was like the perfect shade of blue that I ever seen in her hair. I was like, that was like so blue, and that caught my eye. And I just love girls with blue hair, and that's why I probably like Jinx so much. But also because I got a thing for bad girls. Uh, second. Okay. Last poster. I had to get it. As soon as I saw, like, yeah, I had to get this collage. It's like $30 for a collage instead of a single. Because I saw another vendor who had like a poster with each like Spider-Man actor and with their in costume drawing in front of their normal alter ego, and like I decided, luckily I decided against it, and when I found this I was like, yeah, I'm getting this. I want this hanging on a wall because it's my favorite movie of all time. Like no doubt, without question, Spider-Man No Way Home is next to like Endgame and Infinity War. Spider-Man No Way Home, in my opinion, is like the greatest, like a masterpiece of a movie, and I just love it. I don't care what anybody says. Fight me on that. Uh, okay. And finally, the pop figures. God, push this back. Keep bumping against it. Got myself Harley Quinn, because I make sure like if you go to a con and you have like certain ideas for certain collectibles, make a list so that way you don't get distracted. Like today, or at least this year, I want to make sure that okay, I got to make sure I focus on getting some DC stuff, because like the past couple of cons I've been focused too much on like Marvel stuff. Of course, I got Superman, and I had to get the characters that I played just recently on Multiverses, which I might jump on later on tonight. But I had to get me a Superman. Gotta go complete my like Justice League kind of lineup, like I completed my Power Rangers lineup. I need to like complete that. And finally, I got myself Batman and Catwoman, but specifically from the movie. But you know, because they had like these, when I see the other Justice League characters, they all like either like in not luchador, but like Dead the Dead kind of outfits or samurai outfits, and it's like, okay, why can't get their standard costumes? Why they got just like the Superman? It's like in like a samurai thing, and it's like I don't want to walk out of the con without getting a Superman pop figure. I can't. But yeah, uh, that is all like I got. Like I still had you know, some bills in my wallet, but yeah, like yeah, that's all I got, which is fine. I think like I keep in mind what I budgeted this year. I'm probably gonna make it a standard thing moving forward. Although I did have to spend like $50 for like the combo of autograph and uh, picture with Steve Bloom, which in terms of voice actors, from what I've heard, that's like a they're not like crazy expensive, uh, but it's reasonable prices and well worth the price. But I two booths down, you see like, well, on each side of Steve Bloom, you see I saw the little girl from who played little Princess Leia from Kenobi series. The next booth over, and she is precious in person. It's just like a tiny little thing. And then on the other side, I see like the guy who played the Grand Inquisitor from the Kenobi series, and then beside him was Michael Rooker. And this dude got a hell of a lot of energy for the guy his age. I mean, it's like, I was never too keen on the whole "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all," until like I saw him like in. I didn't do like a meet and greet. I like Michael Rooker, but it's like it's not like one of those actors like you really gotta meet, kind of like I whatever. But like I'm glad I got to be in his presence, and like, oh snap, this dude's I love his energy. But then like Rosario Dawson was here at the con, but she had a whole nother separate wing uh is like the biggest one because she was like the, you know, she was like a standout that this con. But then like probably like the second biggest was probably like Billy D Williams because he was all the way up to the end from us, but it was still walled off, and his line was like already increasing. Uh, Slight issue. I wouldn't even call it issue. It was like I didn't really mind personally, but it's like the other people in line because they didn't show like the time when like Steve Bloom's supposed to come out. Luckily, when I got there around 10 in the morning, uh, the first thing I decided like, okay, I probably should go in the line. Don't want to miss out because these people, in and out, relatively fast. So I got in line. I was like the like maybe like the seventh or eighth person in the front of the line, and um you would think like Steve Bloom was like coming out at like 11 a.m. but it took him at least 10:30 or 11 a.m. somewhere around that general area. But I guess he got held up with something. I'm not sure, but he came out like probably like at least 11:40, getting close to 11:40. Of course, they notified us while we was waiting in line, but a few people, not everybody, but a few people was growing a little impatient because pretty much all the other booths, the actress was already like out signing and all the other stuff. So like a few people, not everybody, a few people was growing a little impatient. A guy in front of me, I guess he was visiting from was it Oklahoma or something like that, and I guess him and his buddy was like supposed to, because I guess they drove here and they got to hit the road in order to like get to some place. So he was getting a slightly little agitated because he like wanted to he had like a thing, like a special thing from like Mega XLR, if you remember that cartoon, that he wanted to show off to Steve Bloom, and a couple of things he wanted him to sign. But he felt like he's getting held up because he really, I guess, had to like him and his buddy had to hit the road because he's because there's other stuff he wanted to do at the con, but he it was like a certain point he had to make sure they hit the road. So I'm not like too worried because it's like I had all day. I didn't really have anything important to do besides that. But yeah, that was my time at the con. I want to grab like I just bought me a pizza. I'm starving. I had like a bag of chips this morning and some juice. On my way to the con because you gotta at least have something fueled up just to keep you going because you don't want to end up starving. And this is my opinion. Do not eat any of the hot food at these cons because they typically be greasy. I refuse. When I see people eating like their pizza or their hot dogs, it's like it kind of like grosses me out a bit because I can't. I really can't. But anyway, I will see you guys probably later on this evening to hop into some games. So take care. See y'all soon. Oh, and if you if you were in Chicago and you went to C2E2, let me know your experience in the comments below and let me know how it went for you guys.